fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the X-Wing fighter with Luke Skywalker from the new Star Wars Mission Fleet line from Hasbro. So as you can see, very cool artwork on the front showing off the X-Wing fighter. Then you have a little bubble window down here showing off Luke Skywalker. And then down here it shows that you get the X-Wing, and then you get this kind of like missile gun turret here. Looks like it's a spring-loaded missile with an activator button. But I want to go back to the artwork just for a second. I think it's pretty neat. You have the X-Wing, you have some TIE fighters, even kind of wraps around to the side here where something exploded and there's like some debris in space. Also says Star Wars A New Hope down here. Over on this side, you can actually take the turret gun and mount it underneath. Figure goes in the cockpit. Not too much going on down there. Up here shows you the other ones in this assortment. So you have Darth Vader's TIE Fighter and Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. And then this says this is actual size. So they've been doing this, I noticed, with the Falcon as well. They like to put everything as actual size on the back, so you can see what you're getting. Pretty neat. Alright, without further ado, I'm going to get this guy out of the box and we'll take a closer look. So here's everything you get in the box. You have the X-Wing, you have the gun turret, you have Luke, and then you have two accessories. So first off, we'll take a look at little Luke Skywalker. I think he looks great. The flight suit looks fantastic. Really nice job on this. The helmet does not come off though. I'm sure they're going to do tons of Luke throughout this line, so there'll be probably a Dagobah Swamp outfit Luke, and probably, at least for sure, there should be a Jedi Robes Luke, if nothing else, to come with the green lightsaber. So I'm cool with that. Unfortunately, mine has a tiny little paint chip right there. I might just hit that with like a Sharpie marker or something like that. But head's on a ball joint. You do have a shoulder hinge as well as a spin. Then you have a wrist spin. And then you have individual legs. And they do have peg holes there on the bottom of the feet. So I think he looks great. Again, the paint applications look really good. I think they did a great job with that. As for the lightsaber, I think the translucent blue looks very nice. Silver of the hilt looks good. They could have popped a little black down there, but I get it. That would be two paint applications, so that would be more money spent. Totally fine with it just being silver. If we go ahead and put this in his hand, pop it right on there. There we go. And then he does have the super tiny little pistol molded in black plastic, and he does have a trigger finger hand over on this side, so we will give that to him on that side, and there you go. Looking good. I really like this a lot. I just think these figures are so fun. Great accessories, great paint applications, excellent amount of articulation. I'm really happy with these. They're super fun. So I'm going to put him off to the side for a moment. We'll take a look at the little turret. It's three separate pieces, so you have the main gun piece, and then you have kind of the stand, which comes in two separate pieces in the box. So very simple. You just attach that like that, and then pop this on top. Very simple. If we want him to actually use it as a turret, we just go ahead and remove these accessories. And then we just have him stand like this. They slide right into his hands very simply. And there you go. He's using the turret. Looks good. I think it works. The other thing is that you can actually take this off and peg this several places around the X-Wing. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's go ahead and let's take a close-up look at the X-Wing itself. I think they did a really nice job with this. It's got a lot of paint applications, which I like. You can see the red all here on the wings. Underneath, there's paint applications as well. There's even a piece of landing gear here in the front. You just pop this out so he can land like so. These four pieces come separate in the box. Let me go ahead and just unpeg one of these so I can show you. Just like that. And then you can see here that there's just two peg holes, so you just peg that on like so. The ones underneath, you can see they're hollow, which is a bit of a bummer, but the pegs are on the wings and they just have the hole, so you just peg them on right there and there. But I think it works. I think it's pretty cool. Now, as I was talking about previously with the spring-loaded missile, you can see that there are 2 spots on top, and then there are actually 3 spots down here on the bottom, and there's actually a 4th spot over here in the front. So you've got tons of options on where to peg this thing if you'd like. So you can leave it off completely. You can peg it on one of these many different areas. That one for some reason seems a little tight, but the rest of these all peg on pretty easily. I wonder if that's meant for something else. It looks the same size though. And I love the little molded R2. Now he doesn't come out of there, he's just molded in. But they did a really nice job and it's a really nice paint scheme. He's watching your 6. Gotta love R2. I wish the head could turn around if I was gonna... Oh my god, it can. Look at that. Instant wish fulfillment. Look at that. That's awesome. I was gonna say, I liked him looking around the back, but that's fantastic that they... Like, he can't come out, he's not a full figure, but they made it so his head can turn. That's awesome. I literally just realized that just now on camera, so that's fun. But that's really cool. I mean, I was happy with him looking at the back, but that's just a perfect little detail. I love that his head can rotate. Obviously, you can go ahead, open the cockpit. Figure fits inside very simply. Boom, there you go. And of course, the wings open, so you just go ahead and just do it by hand. Pop them open. There's your X-Wing. Little hollow inside, but I get it. It's not usually seen, so save a little bit of money on plastic. These are a little hollow as well. And then just close it back up. And they do kind of move together. Like if you move one, it moves the other, so... I wish the X-Wings, or I wish the wings, what do they call the S-foils, whatever they're called. I wish they opened a little bit more, but ultimately I'm happy with it. So I think that's really cool. I love that the R2 head can swivel. I did not realize that until just now. That's absolutely fantastic. I wanted to do a quick little size comparison with the Falcon, since both of these ships are from the same era. You can see that the Falcon's obviously bigger, but I wouldn't say that they're in scale with each other. I mean, the Falcon should be probably twice as big as the X-Wing, or maybe even twice as big as this in comparison to the X-Wing. So it's about... But I mean, I have to be honest, I don't feel like Star Wars toys are ever really one-to-one in scale, so I'm not going to fault this line for it, especially when it's kind of a stylized line. Honestly, I love it. I think they look great together. I think they look really cool. And the other thing I wanted to show you with this play pattern, all of these gun turrets and things are the same size, so you can mix and match the pieces. Any of these ports are uniform, so you can get a bunch of different turrets and you could load them all up on the Falcon if you wanted to. You know, whatever you want to do, they're all the same. So you can mix and match, do all kinds of crazy stuff. That's kind of the play pattern they're going for with this line. All of these turret ports are exactly the same. But I think both of these ships look really cool together. So I really love this line, and I think this X-Wing is one of my favorites so far. I've always liked the X-Wing. It's just one of my favorite ships from all of Star Wars, and of course Luke in the flight suit is a great figure. It's kind of funny when I think back to all the different Star Wars lines I've collected over the years. The ones that have always kind of been the most fun to me, Star Wars Legos, because you get a ton of different figures and you can get a ton of ships, vehicles, play sets, all that kind of stuff for a fairly reasonable price point. And I've also really liked the Kenner Power the Force figures from the mid-90s when they redid them. And this line kind of feels like a perfect fusion of what I love about both of those lines. You're getting a nice figure with great accessories, and these figures really do kind of remind me almost like a downscaled like Kenner Power the Force from the 90s, just because of the accessories and the amount of articulation you get. Just kind of really reminds me of that. And then the fact that you get a ship and a character all together for a decent price point, it's like everything I love about Star Wars toys finally put together in one line. Like I said, I'm gushing, but I really like it. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a fair price point, honestly. I think $20 for a figure with 2 accessories that has good articulation and good paint applications, and then you get this vehicle which, you know, is not 100% to scale or anything like that, but it doesn't need to be. I mean, it's a smaller line aimed primarily at children, but I think collectors will have a ton of fun with it as well. I mean, the ship looks good, very nicely painted. The little R2 molded in. I know they're not going to give you a full R2 figure. I wouldn't expect them to. But just the fact that, you know, the dome is painted so nicely and the fact that you can rotate it around, I think is such a great touch and makes it almost like a built-in figure in a way. Like, it's not just the R2 dome unpainted or something like that just to signify that it's there. They took the time. It's beautifully painted. And the fact that the head moves, I think, is such a small touch, but really just, it's a big deal. It almost makes it come alive in a way. I just think it's fun. The little turret is fine. You know, I don't need it personally, but I don't mind it being here. I understand the play pattern they're going for with, you know, every figure comes with one of these missile launching turret type things, and you can mix and match and or load one vehicle up with all of them. I think that's a fine play pattern. It doesn't get in the way. Some people might be annoyed about all the ships having tons of ports all over them, but I don't really think it's that big a deal. It really just reminds me of, you know, what Transformers is doing with the Battle Masters and the Power Masters and all that kind of stuff. I guess not Power Masters, but all of the Battle Masters, I guess they're called. Well, you know, the ports all over and you can deck them out on all kinds of weapons and things. It's kind of the same play pattern here. And if it doesn't bother me for my Transformers, it sure as heck doesn't bother me over here. So I love this play pattern. I love Mission Fleet. I want Hasbro to apply this to all of their other properties. G.I. Joe could be amazing in this style with vehicles and figures, you know, with smaller figures with accessories and really decked out vehicles. And I think Ghostbusters as well. You could kind of do Power Rangers, but I don't know if they're keeping that Play School Heroes alive with Power Rangers. I've seen some things, but in any case, this line's fun. I plan to go all in for Star Wars. I really hope Hasbro applies it to their other properties as well. Even Marvel, I could be here for. But in any case, this is fun. If you like Star Wars, I think this is a good price point for what you get, and I love this line. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.